Greetings. Greetings and salutations. I launched my game. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Turn the music down. Okay. So this is the misadventures of Laura Silver. It's like a mystery visual novel. It comes out tomorrow. It's like a detective mystery visual novel, I think. Ignore that. It comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm having issues with this fake green screen of mine. It's really been just ruining my life. So just try your best to ignore that. And how I just randomly drop frames, try your best to ignore that too. And let's just play the game. Oh god, I hate that sound. Cooper, what is the name of the river in Pilsen? Red Booza, Miss Silver. That's the one. There were two fishermen on their boats, fishing on that... One sec. People who call you to advertise stuff, like, you're not even subtle, sis. Okay. On that river. Then they noticed a corpse approaching them. How could a corpse approach them? Hey, I should probably move myself, huh? Since I'm in the way of the thing. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this flashing shit. Let me just move myself over here. Hopefully I won't be in the way of anything this time. Wow, beautiful. Okay, great. Hopefully that's better. If it is being dragged by the current, I see. Then the fisherman pulled the body over to the boat. It was a drowned man. I hate this. I hate this. While they were debating on what to do with it, the corpse suddenly came alive and attacked them. One of the fishermen charged this being, only to be killed right after. The other fisherman jumped into the water trying to escape. He couldn't, though. The vodnik caught up with him. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that this beast is the vodnik, the one we are looking for. You should have told me earlier, Miss Silver. Anyway, the vodnik pulled him underwater, and just as he was about to trap the fisherman's soul in one of his jars, the old man unsheathed his knife and stabbed the vodnik. Who was this old man, Miss Silver? The fisherman. I see. The stab bewildered the vodnik, and so the old man could run away. And this is how we were able to hear of the incident. How do I stop that noise? Sound effects? Sorry to interrupt. Oh, it's gonna kill the sound of like the rest of the sound effects. I just want it to kill the fucking on like a, what are they called? Those old ass things that people used. They used to type typewriters. Is that what they were called? Whatever. Sorry to interrupt, Miss Silver, but should I turn right here? The car rocks as Cooper drives over a piece of stone. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that doesn't even get rid of it. That doesn't even get rid of it. That doesn't even get rid of it. Okay. How about character? Excuse me if I'm being rude, but as far as I can see, you aren't looking at the map. I memorized it. That must be the character's sound effect, or that must be the character. The noise that it makes when the text is on the screen, that must be the character. Okay. Good. At least I turned it down, because I did not a fan of that. Please continue your story, Miss Silver. I was wondering something, actually. What is it? I forgot what the Vodnik was supposed to store those guys' souls in. I thought you said jars. That was improvised. Oh. So he may store them in other things, too. Like cups? Whatever they are, do you want me to explain further? Of course, Miss Silver. So he's a mythical beast who kills people and stores their souls in cups or something. Plays the violin to lure people to him. Like a siren, but with a violin. You also stated that he likes to craft his jars in the best way possible. We're dealing with an immortal sea spirit who is an artisan, then. You can say that. So, at first glance, this seems like just another story to scare children with. You can find a variation of it wherever you go, like, Black Annis, or the great vampire Carmilla. Black Annis used to scare me a lot. Anyway, in Czechoslovakia, you have a similar bedtime story which is based on this sea monster. But our job isn't investigating a bedtime story. The Vodnik is as real as you and me. A few months ago, it attacked a fishing boat. You know the details, even though it sounds rather hard to believe. Karat herself has talked to the other fishermen who witnessed the incident, so we can believe in the credibility of the source. Karat tasked Skoda with taking care of the issue, but there has been no proper report coming from him. She also stated that he would give us the details about the mission, though I wonder what kind of detail we are speaking of here. Skoda? Skoda from Foreign Affairs? I guess. When did Mr. Skoda get transferred here? He's been here for almost half a year. He's a man known for his laziness. I doubt that he even tried working on the case. Mr. Skoda is a diligent man, Miss Silver. I disagree with your claim. Are we talking about the same Skoda? I can't exactly say that we have an abundance of employees. I believe there's only one Skoda working in the bureau. Just to be sure, you're talking about Zivin Skoda, right? How do you know Skoda? Take your list out. I take a glance at my list. It doesn't say anything about the Vodnik, except for his name. Even though I tried many times to make sense of the scribble, the name written here is unreadable. What are you looking at, Miss Silver? It'd take a long time to explain. I think we have the time. You know that we are doing a different job compared to Skoda's. He's a stationary officer in Czechoslovakia, while we are a mobile task force. Yes? I shake the list in my hand. And this list is our task. A list of beings I should take care of. There are ghosts, beasts, vampires, spirits, and many more in here. Did Miss Karat give you that? Well, no. Then who did? A being that grants wishes. Let's call him a semi-official affiliate. What kind of being? He shouldn't know about this. It's best if I don't tell him anything else. Not one that you're familiar with. He doesn't answer. 1. Beginning. Czechoslovakian Republic, 1935. Okay, that was fast. So this is our hotel. Even though I'm relieved we could find one in the season, I can't deny the fact that it looks small and run down. I open the back door and get my luggage, while Cooper takes his ridiculously enormous suitcase. Maybe we shouldn't have dismissed how heavy the luggage would be when we decided to disguise ourselves as filmmakers. Shall we go in now? Cooper opens the main door to the hotel, and I leave my luggage on the polished wooden floor next to the reception desk. He closes the door behind us. Cooper joins me at the reception desk. It seems the receptionist hasn't noticed us. He is writing something in a notebook. Miss Silver, I can carry your luggage to your room if you like. No need, Cooper. That's the job of a bellboy, not yours. Miss Silver, I think the bellboys are sleeping at this hour. We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. I tap my fingers on the desk, staring at the man behind it. He doesn't look this way at all. The man behind the desk finally looks at my face, with baleful eyes that look like they haven't been closed for a century. Weird. You can't find any hotel which hires bellboys at this time of the year. We're off season. Cooper tenses up, quickly checking my face to see if I am angry. She looks angry. Do you have a reservation? We know that we've arrived a bit later than we should have. Cooper checks his watch again. We are deeply sorry for bothering you at this hour, when you'd certainly feel better lying down in bed. Do you have any reservations? Excuse me. Cooper seems a bit dumbfounded by the repeated question, the receptionist seemingly ignoring his heartfelt apology. Has Mr. Skoda booked any room for us? The man behind the desk sits up, his eyes shining. Zivan Skoda, you say? Yes. He tries to find something in the desk, opening one drawer after another. You two must be the filmmakers Skoda mentioned, then. Your names, please. Exactly so. My name is Orwell Cooper. Lara Silver. As he's searching, I start tapping my foot on the floor. Cooper nervously smiles at my demonstration of impatience. He finally finds what he was searching for and starts looking through the newfound notebook. I can clearly read Lara Silver and Orwell Cooper here. Oh, Cooper. Cooper? My last name is most likely mistook because I am working with a person blessed with the surname Silver. The man behind the desk shows us the notebook. Lara Silver and Orwell Cooper. He has also mistook my name, apparently. Skoda firmly instructed me that these were the people he booked 2 rooms for. Truth be told, you sound like a bad copy of a hypothetical Orwell Cooper. As Cooper gasps, the man behind the desk shakes my hand. Welcome to the Hotel Pavla, Miss Silver. I'm Jindrik Chalopinik. Nice to meet you. You got a strong jawline and cheekbones. What on earth? I nod while he hands me a room key. Wait, what about me? Looks like we'll have to wait until Mr. Skoda clears this misunderstanding, or you could admit that you're not this copper written here. Cooper looks at me, his expression as helpless as he could be. He probably wants to go to sleep during these wee hours of the morning. Miss Silver, aren't you going to say something? It's not my business. There must be a mistake. It's true that our employer tends to forget names. It's most likely that the telegraph that reached Skoda was miswritten. This man is working with me. I'm pretty sure that he's the one Skoda has mentioned to you. One would expect a chief detective to be more careful about giving the right name, but life keeps surprising me in the best ways. Cooper smiles with appreciation as Mr. Chow seems to keep his stoic expression. Miss Silver, you will have to forgive my cautiousness. I'm only doing what Skoda asked me to do. What did Skoda even ask this man? Shooting a documentary shouldn't be considered a suspicious activity. Cooper and I exchange glances. He points Chow with his eyes, begging me to speak. It'd be suspicious if I stood silent for too long. You don't have to ask for my forgiveness. However, this man is indeed the person Skoda was expecting. We shouldn't be wasting time on such a small detail. I'd appreciate if you could hand Cooper his keys. Chalu stares at us for a while, then shrugs. I agree that we shouldn't waste any more time. So you might as well go up to your room and sleep, since I won't be handing him the keys until I have Skoda's confirmation. Is he always this suspicious of customers, or does he have something against filmmakers? Chalu continues with his regular voice. I'm asking you to leave your friend here for the night, miss. Our disguise was supposed to help us avoid suspicion, but it doesn't seem to be working. Good job, Silver. You're doing amazing. I take my suitcase and turn right towards the stairs. Miss Silver, I'll be back after I leave my suitcase. His expression softens. We can continue investigating then. But it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So? Cooper stops talking to me, his eyes locked on something behind. I hear footsteps approaching. Footsteps that are coming down the stairs. I turn to the right and see Skoda. He eyes us for a while, his expression not changing one bit. You woke me up. Skoda, are you implying that the walls here are thin? If you're going to brag about how your hotel was the most soundproof walls in all of Czechoslovakia, I'd rather not. It won't count as bragging if it's the truth, young man. Is he cranky because we woke him up? Though it will be troublesome if someone hears us talking about the job through these thin walls. Skoda, now that you're here, help us fix the problem with the copper man. Mr. Skoda, please tell Mr. Chalu that I am the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. He is the person our boss mentioned in the telegram. Okay. Chalu hands Cooper a room key and shakes his hand. Breakfast is at 8:30 a.m. It'll be served on this floor. Isn't Skoda the only guest in the hotel? It's Hotel Pavlov for you. We keep the hotel in top condition even if only one person is staying at it. I'm more of a resident than a customer, though. We've grown close to each other. Am I right, Skoda? Yeah, surely. I'll be showing them to their room then. Thank you. Follow me, copper, silver. It's Cooper. I'll keep that in mind. Pardon me. Nice to meet you again, Silver. He reaches out his hand. I shake it. Karat has mentioned you a lot during the meetings. Could you tell us why you're here, or why we're here? Karat wrote in her telegram that we're going to learn the details of our investigation from you. Skoda hands me an envelope. The envelope is open. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he has opened it before. I stare at him. He's being suspicious. Karat has written that you have some business with a weird man. Such indecency. You shouldn't open people's letters like that, Mr. Skoda. Skoda smiles. There shouldn't be any secrets between the employees of the Bureau. Bureau. Makes me wonder why is Karat sending you here and there for special cases. It's none of your business. I haven't received any information from the Bureau about the Vodnik of Pilsen for 3 months, but Karat sent me a letter to hand over to you. Isn't it odd? Why are you getting exclusive access to this information? I should be dealing with this man mentioned in the letter, not you. He's right. He is the one in charge of business in Czechoslovakia. Why would she want you to come all the way here? I don't understand that. Look, Skoda. Pull your gun out? Excuse me? I just want to do it to do it. I reach for my gun in the left pocket of my jacket. Cooper pulls me by the arm. Miss Silver, what? Can't you just stay calm for a second? I think we are already calm. You both were reaching for your guns, for God's sakes. Put your hands down. Skoda smiles while showing Cooper his hands. I remove my hand from my pocket. Cooper flashes me an appreciative smile. Mr. Skoda, we're all very tired. It's best if we talk about this tomorrow. He looks up thinking. Miss Silver is also very aggressive because we have been traveling since yesterday morning. I wasn't being aggressive. I was only arguing because he read my mail. Cooper continues. I mean, it's only normal that we are showing our worst sides. Let's talk about this at breakfast after we wake up. Skoda crosses his arms. I will definitely come back to this topic tomorrow morning. Don't come back. I'll be up around 9 a.m. See you at breakfast then. Have a good night. You too. Skoda goes inside his room. I hear the click of the door lock. Finally. Miss Silver, he may still hear you. I shrug. You can't fix everything by pulling your gun out, Miss Silver. Depends. Miss Silver, Mr. Skoda is actually a good man. I don't know why he replied like that. I don't care whether he is good or bad, though he's certainly rude. So, should we look inside the envelope? Sure. My dearest Laura, I hope you are doing well in Pilsen. I got some information on Emil the Vodnik by a little trip to Bureau's secret archives and some interrogations. Copies of the documents I found are inside the envelope. I would love to hear from you at the end of your mission. Write me a report after you're done, all right? Don't strain your body and take care of yourself. Please try to sleep more, honey. Sincerely, Karat. Silver, stay strapped. Yo, facts. Honey? No wonder why Skoda thinks I'm being pampered by Karat. You're not being pampered. I think she only wants you to take care of your health. You were going to continue your investigation during the wee hours of the morning, Miss Silver. I don't think that's a good idea. I can manage it without sleep. It's an order from our employer that you shouldn't forget to sleep. It's not an order, it's a request. I shrug and open the other document, the Vodnik of Pilsen. This Vodnik appears as a humanoid beast with a frog-like face and green hair, with his body covered in algae and mud. His hands are webbed and his eyes are the color red. Local drownings are said to be his work. After drowning people, he stores their souls in handmade cups. The ones who saw him work on his cups have informed us about his collection. Possibly dangerous. Water in swamps can shapeshift into liquid form. Unmatched speed in water and used to be a toy maker. I folded the document and put it in my pocket. Miss Silver, we should let everyone in the hotel know that they should be wary when handling water. We should have asked Skoda if he told anyone about it. We still can. He knocks on Skoda's door. Mr. Skoda, it's me, Cooper. Could you open the door, please? No answer. We have to ask you something. I haven't told anyone anything about the water issue. Leave me alone. Have a good night. He seemed eager to go to bed, though. I'm sure our safety is more important than 20 minutes of sleep. He smiles brightly. However, Miss Silver, oh my god, I hate that he keeps saying her name. I hate that. I'm gonna try to stop reading that part. You should go to your room and sleep while I'm on that. Even though I'll be in my room, I doubt that I'll be sleeping. Did ask you to do that, though. I believe you're a person who takes commands very seriously. I'll be in my room. What? Well, what's the fucking point of giving me an option if literally, regardless of my option, the outcome is the same? Like, what is the point of that? Before I leave, tell me what your room number is. 102. Looks like your room is right next to Skoda's. Yeah. Mine is 107, so I'll be right across. If you need anything in the middle of the night, you can knock on the door. What are you going to tell Chalu? I'll tell him that the water got infected and people advised us not to use the tap. That doesn't sound realistic. What should I tell him then? Maybe. I think we should find the water tank and close the valves that are connected to the external pipes. If we tell Chalu that the water is cut off in whole of Pilsen, they won't check the water tank. I don't know if it's right to barge into the boiler room of a building we just entered. It's for the safety of the hotel staff, so it's justified. Do we know where the boiler room is? I think that we should search the ground floor, or the basement if possible. I wonder if we can reach there without attracting Chalu's attention. You mentioned that you had back pain while we were in the car, and you also are clearly tired, so maybe you should go into your room and rest. I'll close the valves. Can I just, make my own decisions? Will you really do that for me? Sure. You're too kind. Have a good night. Knock on my door when you're done. I'll check if the water is off. Cooper waves at me as I open the door to my room. I take my coat off. Now let's see if there's anything suspicious in here. Okay. Cold as my soul. Okay. I have closed all the valves. You are faster than I expected. It's not opening. I pull the door, surprised by how it opens. Why would a bathroom door open outwards? Anyways. Interrogating Chalu or the employees, but I don't want to draw attention to myself. Our disguise as filmmakers will help us gather information without attracting suspicion, but Chalu seems eager to be suspicious of us anyways. I wonder if Skoda let something slip about our job. Well, in any case, it seems like I don't have any choice but to sleep. That was one thick-ass shower curtain rod? Yeah. I've always thought it's a useful thing to sleep with one eye open. What was that? There's a sound coming from the balcony. I throw off my blanket, turning my head towards the balcony door. I get up, grabbing my gun from the table. I press my back against the wall, standing right next to the balcony door. You can never be too cautious. I take a deep breath. Silver, on the count of 3, you're going to pull the balcony door open. 1, 2, show yourself. No one is here. I noticed the plant pot on the railing is nowhere to be found. Did it fall because of the wind? I sigh while closing the balcony door behind me. Why does it have to be so cold? I put my coat and hat on. Checking my pocket watch, I notice it's already 8:30. I better go downstairs and meet Cooper instead of aiming my gun at missing pots. I notice a girl running up the corridor. When she sees me, she looks up at me with tears in her eyes. You, the lady with dead person hair. I believe that's me. Yes. I approach her. Are you the one who took my gloves? There's the music. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen you around here before. You look suspicious. That means I don't know what you're talking about. Who are you? Who are you? You said it yourself. I'm the lady with dead person hair. She pouts. Fair enough. I'm Palva. Pavla? I'm guessing her father owns, like, the place. Hello? The hotel's name is also Pavla. I assume she's related to Mr. Chalu, possibly his daughter. Did you lose your gloves, Pavla? She's so cute. Or maybe she was born here and was left to die. Then Mr. Chalu found her and named her after the hotel. Or she is a shapeshifter who decided to name herself after the hotel to fool me. Miss, someone played a trick on my gloves to steal them. Did you do it? I don't want to deal with this. Cooper comes to the rescue. Who is this young lady? She might be the daughter of Mr. Chalu. Are you the one who took my gloves, Carrot Head? Carrot Head, I'm fucking dead. I don't know what you're talking about, young lady. Then it's Miss Dead Hair. Why do you believe Mr. Carrot Head is innocent? You look more suspicious. You did it. That's not very intelligent of you. I can't believe you'd said that to a child. What if I did? She starts crying. This is the last thing I want to deal with right now. I should have kept my mouth shut. He takes out a notebook from his inside pocket. I think I can help you. Would you mind telling me what your gloves look like? They are black. He scrawls something in the notebook. What is he doing? How long were they? She points to her wrist while sniffing. They came up to here. They had floral patterns inside too. I see. How old are you? 6.5. And they are bigger than my hands. Papa said I could wear them when I grow up too. Cooper shows the notebook to Pavla, whatever the fuck her name is. Do they look like this? Yes. Cooper stands up. He puts the notebook away before I take a look at it. We'll be working on finding them. Will you find who took them too? Of course. Really? Yeah, after all, Cooper looks at me for confirmation. He won't just tell a little girl that we are detectives, right? We research. We're researchers. Nice save, Silver. Pavla glares at me. I feel like she would murder me if she wasn't so tiny. Can you find my gloves or not? Were you going downstairs to see your father? She nods. Then let's go downstairs together. We want to talk with him too. Mr. Chalu is sitting at the reception desk as usual. I hope he doesn't find out that I made his daughter cry. Good morning, precious metals. Good morning, Mr. Palva runs down the stairs, pushing Cooper aside. Cooper tries to regain his balance by holding onto the banister. Papa. Chalu's eyes brighten as he lifts Pavla up and twirls her around in the air. Pavla's shrill laughter hurts my ears. Yeah, same. Me around any kid. Good morning, my dearest. Good morning. Is everything all right? You look upset. I am. The new customers upset me. Really? I couldn't hear you well. Can you repeat that a bit louder? I didn't like the new customers, especially that lady with dead hair. I think she might be the one who stole my gloves. What? I told you I didn't do it. Cooper looks at me with the same anxious expression on his face. Fine, I shouldn't get aggressive over what a child says. What is the explanation of this? I don't know. Seems like I take joy from stealing from random kids. He's cocking a snook at me. I'm trying hard not to strangle you, kid. Crosses his arms as he stares at me. He's doing something with his eyes. Is he winking at me? He's doing this as an act to please his daughter. We'll be searching for your daughter's gloves and the entire hotel. We talked to Miss Chalu a little while ago. Please take a look at this. Looks like Cooper hasn't noticed Chalu's little act. He takes the notebook out and points to the page he scrawled some stuff on. The orange mister drew my gloves, Papa. He's done a marvelous job indeed. Draw? I take a look at Cooper's notebook. He has done a decent job. Maybe he can draw the beasts we are dealing with. That way we would have more information in the report we mail to Karat. I like the orange, mister, but Miss Deadhair is so lame. You're the one who's lame. What did Silver do to you? She called me stupid. I just thought you could use some deductive reasoning if you're going to blame someone. Deductive reasoning. Silver, you either do your job instead of arguing with children, or I'll make you pay for that. Papa, that's not enough. Threaten her with kicking her out. It looks like the scaredy cat act earlier was a plan on getting her father's attention. The worst kind of child, right? Fucking annoying. You either do your job instead of arguing with children, or you're sleeping at another hotel tonight. See if you can find one better than Hotel Pavla, Deadhair. Any hotels nearby, and I don't want to sleep on the street tonight, that's for sure. Winks at me again with a rather sad face this time. I believe he wants me to apologize. Apologize. Damn, that was short. I haven't been streaming. Why? Like... You're banned, Moobot. You're banned for lying. There we go. Liars don't prosper. So, remember that, Moobot. Next time you want to lie on my channel. You can't, because I banned you. Dork. You're back, Cuddles. I just started my stream. I don't have anything to say. I got nothing. I got nothing. How was work? That's what I got. I can ask you that. How was work? They froze your card? Because you bought those games? Is that why they froze it? They went out the door. The glove started hovering and then they opened the door and flew out. Are you sure you didn't imagine it? Yes. When did this happen exactly? A little while ago. I ran after the gloves, but they disappeared into thin air. I see. You don't believe me, do you, dead-haired miss? I do. You don't look like you do. I really do. It's because you don't want to sleep on the street tonight, right? I hate this little bitch. Cuddles, do you want to play Divinity? So when I bought those Steam cards, they thought my car was stolen. That makes sense. When do you have to go to your bank like right away, right? Is there any way the Vodnik is inside the hotel? Even if the Vodnik was inside the hotel, I doubt he could possess gloves like that. Maybe it was just her imagination running wild. I hope so. I don't want to deal with anything else, let alone a ghost. straightened up the moment I said ghost. A ghost? A ghost might have possessed the gloves. I think Pavla just imagined it. Do you think it was... Now, my angel, shall we search the hotel together? But only if you carry me on your shoulders. Look, Silver, Cooper. He's talking in a low tone now. He doesn't want Pavla to hear. I can't sense any friendliness in his voice. I see that you don't want to waste any time on this. I get it. However, don't make things up like that. Pavla is a girl who is almost always scared of every little thing. She's not very strong. She even thinks that she sees her mother's ghost from time to time. We all know ghosts aren't real. If I hear you mention ghosts or such nonsense around my child again, I won't let you get out of here in one piece. What's up, Eminence? How are you? It wouldn't be possible for a man of his height to be able to carry someone on his shoulders if the ceiling of the hotel wasn't so high. I sit in one of the couches in the lobby. This conversation has drained me. Cooper stays standing. Did he just threaten us? Yeah, we're losing some of our limbs if we're talking about you-know-what again. Let's just finish our job as quickly as possible and leave this place. I wonder what happened to Mr. Chow's wife. She died. I believe this is the reason why he spoils Pavla so much. Even though she's spoiled, I think you did well. Why would that, what? Why would that justify spoiling your kid? I'm good. I'm okay. I think you're being optimistic. He smiles. So shall we go to the dining hall? I don't want to sit there. Why? Because there'll only be us in this huge place. Isn't that a bit... Don't tell me you're being shy. Hello there. I noticed you two were taking your time coming to the dining hall, so I decided I should come here to greet the both of you. Judging from the appearance, he seems like he's the cook. Well, it doesn't take a detective to see that. He has a knife. Reach for your gun, he has a knife. That's fucking funny. Why are you carrying a knife, Mr. Coop? Coop? Can you go away? I'll leave this back in the kitchen just a moment. What's so funny about this? He returns to the kitchen, leaving me and Cooper behind. Do sharp things make you uncomfortable too? I mean, they do make me uncomfortable if I'm not the one holding them. The music and then, yeah, I was screaming it to my dog. You can never know what people might do to you with sharp things. It'd be horrible if they cause any accidents. I didn't mention any accidents. Mr. Cook returns, this time with no knife in his hand. Hello again, I was cutting some potatoes when I heard you two. Approach without thinking twice. Having a knife in hand would scare people off, silly me. It is a problem. Then shall we take it from the beginning? He has access to all sorts of cutlery. I don't feel safe around him. Not to mention he might have poisoned the food, too. Where were we again? All right. I noticed you both were taking your time coming to the dining hall, so I decided I would come here to greet both of you. Cuddles, did you answer my question? When would you like to play Divinity? We were just talking about going into the dining hall. I also heard this lady here looks a little bit anxious about it. I still am. He stretches out one hand to me. And his other hand to Cooper. I'm Villam. Nice to meet you both. I shake it. I see Cooper doing the same with Villam's other hand. Is Villam his surname or his name? Lara Silver. Orwell Cooper. Nice to meet you, mister. How would you like us to address you? Give me like 30 minutes. Okay. Okie dokie. Cooper, of course, wouldn't be content with calling someone he just met with their first name. Divinity is original sin, right? Yes, sir. Wilhelm's fine. And how should I call you? I think I'd be more comfortable if I could address you with your surname. That's a shame. Then you'll have to learn I'm related to that heartless Savan Skoda. Is he Skoda's brother? Now that I think of it, they look alike. Before you make any assumptions, I'm his cousin. Is this why Skoda picked this hotel? I hope you'll be alright with me calling you Mr. Villam then. You could have gone with the joyful Skoda. Heh. At least you aren't like Chalu, who tried to call Zavan Skoda the Black Then he switched to Skoda the second. Sounds a bit like an epic hero when you put it like that, right? Skoda's a great surname with a good sound. My only concern about it is that I'm sharing it with... His expression sours as he points upstairs, possibly at Skoda's room. You know, that slob. Is it more fun in co-op? Every game is more fun in co-op. Is it alright for you to talk behind customers like that? He is my cousin first and foremost. Being a customer comes later, though nothing changes the fact that he is a slob. Cooper seems concerned. Maybe we should wake him up. You heard him last night. He doesn't look like the type to appreciate the wake-up call. Forget about him already. Cooper, I bet you're not comfortable standing up like that. Why don't you sit down next to Silver? What about you, Mr. Willem? I can serve breakfast here if you'd like. It'll be nice and cozy. It won't take long. You don't have to. We can eat at the dining room just fine. I insist. It will be like having a picnic in the lobby. Do sit down, though. I get tired watching you stand. Cooper... Whatever. Don't be such a stranger. There are only 7 people in the hotel. We should get familiar. I'm talking to you too, Silver. I'm relaxed enough. Are you sure? You still look pretty tense to me. I am relaxed. Is that so? Then let me hear your order nice and clear. Tea's fine. Do you have any Earl Brown? Earl Brown? You meant Earl Grey. I know what I said. Brown sounds mediocre for the name of an Earl. Personally, I wouldn't make someone named Brown an Earl. He's talking too much. Fine, Earl Grey it is. I can't believe they don't know about Earl Brown. What about you, Cooper? I'd like some tea, too. Nothing to eat? Is it British culture that you don't have breakfast in the morning? We do have a rich breakfast culture, but... Cooper stops and stares down. I just have a bad feeling inside. I don't think I can eat. A bad feeling? I can brew you some herbal tea if you're feeling unwell. It's not because of that. It's more of an instinct. I feel like bad things are going to happen. That's why I've lost my appetite. Interesting. 3 customers in the hotel, and the 2 that I want to serve don't want anything. He seems disappointed. Are you really sure you only want tea? I nod. Tea it is, then. We heard on our way here there's a problem with the waterworks. Looks like the water will be cut off for at least a few days. Really? I wonder if anyone in the town considered letting us know about it. It's a good thing, but I've been using the water from the tank, but... He stops speaking and turns to look behind us. I turn too. There's a maid coming out of the restroom with a bucket in her hand. Willem looks back at us with a smile. Have you 2 met Blanca? Blanca. The maid smiles at him and puts the bucket on the ground before she starts walking. When she approaches, she greets us. Gonna finish Exodus. I liked it. Other than that, it's only CSGO. Ew, CSGO. Welcome to Hotel Pavla. She's the maid of this place. Have a little chit-chat while I'm bringing your tea. See you. Willem leaves the place as the woman named Blanca sits in front of us. May I ask your names? Lara Silver. Orwell Cooper. Orwell? I've never heard a name like that before. How do you spell it? Cooper looks as grateful as he could be. People usually mistake my name. Thank you for asking. It's a nice name. I'm Blanca Belov. I don't mind being called Blanca. You can call me however you like. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I was meaning to ask, do you want your rooms cleaned? I don't care. She looks at Cooper. I think you should do whatever you deem best. If that's the case, I'll be cleaning both your rooms after you leave Hotel Pavla. I asked because it looks like our guest doesn't want me to invade his privacy. He yelled quite a lot when I went into his room. It looks like the employees here don't have good relations with Skoda. Though I understand his sensitivity about the subject, you 2 are also filmmakers, no? Yes, sure, definitely. Then I'm sure you have all sorts of things you wouldn't want me to touch. 2. Film equipment is hard to handle after all. It would be idiotic of Skoda to leave important documents behind. Anybody can get a hold of the spare key. The hotel has the spare key of Skoda's room, right? Yes, he has spare keys. That's what I thought. I should talk about this with Skoda. He shouldn't be acting so careless. Willem comes back with a tray filled with teacups and a teapot. Why'd you ask, Miss Silver? No particular reason, just curious. What were you talking about? Asked if there's a spare key. He smiles while handing me the cup. Here's your Earl Brown. Poison. It really is. He starts pouring tea into another cup. I should wait until someone else takes a sip. About the key. Well, I'm sure you asked because he's your coworker, right? He shouldn't be leaving any important documents behind. See, I knew it right away. I guess you have to be very cautious when you're directing a documentary. He snickers. Does this man know that we are detectives? What do you mean? I mean the equipment, of course. Willem fills another cup. Is he trying to give us away, or is he protecting us, and he's just that bad at lying? Here, Cooper. Willem, isn't it a bit rude of you to talk to them like that? Is it? Not really. As long as you aren't saying my name incorrectly, it's fine. That's a relief. Cooper takes a sip from his tea right away. I check if Cooper is showing any symptoms. It's delicious. Am I the only nervous one here? Cooper is still alive. That means the poison is not the type that acts fast. Nice to hear. Thank you. What did you put inside it to make it brown? Let my secret recipe stay secret. Blanca, by the way, have you heard that there's a problem with the waterworks? It appears that the townsfolk forgot we were here, so we never got the news. What is the problem? I heard it from Cooper. Some of the pipes have fractures in them. They told us that the water will be cut off. What is vanilla? Vanilla what? So this was the problem. I wondered why the water wasn't running. I was going to check the water tank. You can take the day off then. I don't need water to dust the shelves. Blanca puts a fake smile on her face as Willem pours a cup for himself too. Why are you not drinking your tea, Silver? 'Cause it's poison. Now this girl is so paranoid, like dummy paranoid. What you do. We're filmmakers. We came here to shoot a documentary. We'll go for a ride to film. That sounds pleasant. Not that pleasant since they're waiting for Skoda's beauty sleep. He can't even wake up early in the morning, that slob. Mr. Skoda is a diligent man. You shouldn't talk about your cousin like that. If he was a diligent man, I don't think he would be sleeping at this hour. You wouldn't be this hard on anyone else if they slept in. Is there any reason why you don't like him? He is intolerable, Cooper. Haven't you met him? We have. He's the kind of person to talk over you. Exactly. It's nice to be understood, Silver. Whatever you say, Mr. Skoda is a trustworthy man. He helped me a lot when I was starting my career. Now that sounds like a story I would like to hear. What were you filming at the time? He was just going to let it slip that he worked as a police officer. I exchanged looks with Willem, so Knife Man is trying to protect us. Why did you cut him short, Willem? I hope our customers won't mind your rudeness. Cooper seems like he noticed his gaffe. Without a sound, he sips his tea. Would I, if it wasn't important? I need to ask as soon as possible. What is it? Cooper, while you two were working together, did Zavon sit somewhere all day and make you check everything as well as run errands? Then you did all of his work without knowing, is that it? It was because he wanted me to gain work experience. Willem puts a hand on Cooper's shoulder. That is classic Zavon behavior, Cooper. I think he wants to be teamed up with newcomers just to slack off. I think it helped me understand how things work around the office. Just accept that he used you. This must be the reason why Karat didn't assign him a partner. I trust Miss Karat's knowledge on who to assign to whom. I think Mr. Skoda mentioned her name. He did? What did he tell you? Willem sounds surprised. Does this mean Skoda shares more with Blanca than he does with Willem? Interesting. She's your boss, right? He's been whining about her oddness. I certainly don't think she's odd. She's a good leader, but some guys in the office think she treats Silver better because... Never mind. They're just jealous of her position. What do you think about Miss Karat, Miss Silver? I remember the letter she sent me. She's treating both of us with kindness. People usually tell me that I'm her favorite, though I don't know if it's true. It seems like she cares about everyone just the same. I agree that this rumor started because of our jealous co-workers. Then, I believe it's only another of Skoda's prejudiced judgments. Looks like he's full of those. Talking behind Carrot's back is very rude. I'd understand him telling Balaam if he's a trustworthy family member, but telling a hotel maid is a different thing. I should warn Skoda. He shouldn't be running around spreading information, even though Miss Blanca seems nice. Are you close with him? Not particularly, I see. Head of a detective bureau shouldn't be a subject for greeting. What is Skoda doing? I take out my notebook. I have some questions for you. Depending on your answers, I might include some. I start flipping the pages. I drop the notebook on the floor. The Vodnik information sheet is out in the open along with my duty list. Pretty sure he knows what this sheet is, if he's Skoda's bosom friend. I turn my eyes back to the floor. The exclusive information is all out in the open. Thanks for the bits. Cuddles, you better be getting ready to play Divinity. Pussy boy. You just poured coffee on yourself? I don't understand. Let me go get ready? Yeah, I've been waiting. What the fuck? Come on. What kind of insensitive... Why would you pour tea on yourself? She knows what we're doing. Undercover detectives, my ass. Look at her face. I think I saw something about the Vodnik in your document. Isn't that just a folktale to scare children? Sure, make fun of me. I'm a grown-up woman who believes in old folktales. It's not just a folktale. He's around us, wandering in the water. I know that he is. We all know that stuff like that isn't real. I'm not joking. Please calm down and tell me what you know. She looks down. I understand your reluctance. However, in our documentary, there's a special sequence about the Vodnik, so if you can inform us about him, we would be forever in your debt. It's an order from our boss. She tells us what to shoot and we shoot it. But in order to shoot the film, we need to talk with you first, just like Cooper said. I used to know the man who became a Vodnik. I worked as a maid at his house, also helped around his shop. In order for a man to become a Vodnik, he is to be drowned. Does know anything about this? What kind of shop was it? What was his name? He had a toy shop. Yeah, we knew that. We knew that. We been knew. We been knew. Emil Cladivo? Oh, okay. I can just ask both of them anyway. He had a toy shop back in the day. Where was this toy shop? I've never heard of such a thing. It's deep in the forest. It's not easy to find it. His works are loved by the children of the town. She stopped speaking to think. I mean, they used to. Didn't we just ask her what his name was? Yeah, we just asked. How long did you work there? When his daughter Anna was 4 years old. I mentioned that there were rumors about the Vodnik killing his own daughter. She was such a lively girl, but she passed away when she was 11. I quit working around 2 weeks after her death. I've been working at Hotel Pavla ever since. I'm sorry to hear that. If that's the case, she can show us where the toy shop is. Why did you stop working? I think his mental state wasn't the best after he lost his daughter. He was starting to scare me, so I left. Would it affect him so much if it was intentional manslaughter? Could it be just an accident? The data correlates with ours. There's no doubt that she knows the Vodnik we are searching for. Would you show us the way to the shop? I don't want to go there again. I wish you all the best in your investigation. Can't you even show it on the map? I don't think I can read a map. It'd be best if I get on with my work now. After giving us a nod, she starts walking towards the stairs. Looks like I'll need to use brute force if I want to get information from her. What did Skoda tell you about the Bureau? I hardly know anything. Why are you two searching for the Vodnik anyway? I can't believe Zavan never told me about the Vodnik part of your job. It's odd. Excuse me, I'm sure he didn't want you to get scared. Don't make me laugh. kitchen. Okay, I'm concerned. About what? Well, I'm concerned about a few things, actually. First, the fact that you've just poured a whole cup of tea over your head. That's my coping mechanism. I see. Is it because you dropped the notebook in front of everybody? I guess I did. Why didn't you pick it up? It was within your reach. I would if I could. If something like this happens again, what would you like me to do? Besides, even if they find out that we're detectives, we'll be alright. Detectives do all sorts of odd jobs anyway. It's 9:30 a.m. now. Mr. Skoda seemed eager to meet us. Why hasn't he come down yet? I wonder if there's something wrong. Let's wake him up. Oh, great.